Hi everyone, thank you for watching. In this video, I talk about my Google Cargo GenAI 5-day Capstone project submission. This use case is the latest on my exploration journey about enterprise architecture in the area of the generative AI. What if matching projects with architect profiles could be driven by actionable insights based on business problem, skill set, previous experience, and architecture requirements, and how generative AI can help with that. So let's get started to the solution. If you want to learn more, you can come into the use case blog page. The link will be provided on the notebook. Also, you can learn more about the enterprise architecture journey heading to my Hugging Face space. Okay, without further ado, the proposed or used architecture solution is built on 5 key components. The project was built on Kaggle Notebook. So we have the agent systems where we have 4 different experts agents. These agents leverage 2 different tools, one for semantic search, that's RAG, and another one for SQL LLM database. The embedding and foundation models are from Google Cloud Gemini. So Google Flash 2.0, text embedding 004, the vector store is from ChromaDB, and the SQL database is from SQLite. Data source. We have one main data source or the original data source that's from a CSV file that next was uploaded into a data frame and then later to a ChromaDB and a SQLite database. Each tool and each agent has a different expertise. So we are going to jump into the notebook, but briefly, the RAG custom tool for semantic search, the SQLite portfolio custom tool is more for directly statements and queries into the database. And then finally, we have where we'll bring all together to implement the workflow using the agent system. Yeah? Each of these capabilities leverage different GenAI features like structure output, functional calling, text to SQL, RAG, and others. Let's jump into the Cargo notebook. I'm going to skip the introduction, but please feel free to go through and learn in more details about the problem statement, uh, opportunities, background, and so on. So first, I start installing all the libraries, loading the Google secrets, API keys, uploading the data frame from the CSV file. Then next, our first RAG custom tool that leverages structure output, few shot prompting in order to increase the outcome quality and vector search. So the RAG was built using LangChain alongside Google Generative AI embeddings and model. Here, we set up the ChromaDB with the metadata and all the data from the CSV. Next, that's where we set up the custom tool, following Franco-AI standard in order to be reused by the agents. So you can see that we have some identity classes in order to help with consistent structure output. Same for the second tool, the SQL LLM custom tool. At this time, we use SQLite. So we are using here the Pydent classes for structure output. And then we have 3 different tools in order to enable the agent translate from text to SQL, understand the tables that are available in the database, their schema, and finally execute the SQL statement. So again, build the tool on the right approach to be consumed by Trio AI. Next, we bring all together and build the workflow using the Trio AI agent framework. So here we import some libraries, the language large model that the agents are going to use, Pydantic classes to support the structured output, and then here the main class to enable the agent. First agent is the agent that's responsible to query the database and bring all the information about the portfolio according to the question. And this agent use the SQL custom tool. After completed the task, provides the context to the next agent that's responsible to extract all the important metadata, like the skill set, architecture requirements, experience required from the solution architecture team, and problem statement. Once completed, the context comes into the next agent that's responsible to get the context, go to the data source at this time, the embeddings, in order to run a semantic search and extract every other project with similar problem statement, architecture requirement, skills, and experience. This way, the architects that will potentially be a better fit for new projects. Last but not least, that's the final agent that get all this context from the previous agent and produce a detailed report with the recommendation for each project and other information. So let's run this workbook or notebook and see the outcome. So if we scroll down to the bottom, it's going to take a few seconds. So the agent has started. Okay, and here it is, the final report with the information about the projects, the business problems, required skill set, experience, and recommended architect. If the agent has identified any specific architect, that should be the case. For instance, this one, the name is provided. So that would be the potential candidate in order to lead these new projects. So that's it. Hope you have enjoyed. Thank you very much. Bye.